Uh, uh, hmm. Hey, I guess I could say hello to you guys. How you guys doing out there? This is your wonderful Art Robert, and here RJL Network. Just doing a kind of a very quick state of the network address. I have a small bit of a rant to do today, and we'll maybe just discuss some small stuff. But I don't want to keep this long, so. So I'm hoping all my networkers, which I'm now calling you guys, you're no longer fans or subs. You are now networkers to join me here in the in in the chat here. So I'm hoping as many people join in for the chat as I can. Just want to let you know what's going on a little bit. I was going to stream maybe some Stratomatic tonight. Still may do so depending how long this goes, but I just thought I'd let you guys know what's going on. So good to see Utah Mike and Tracy Meehan. Let's see. So I hope you guys are doing well. Everyone's okay out there. As I said, I don't want to keep it this long. Usually my State of the Networks go about 2 hours. I don't want to keep it that long tonight. It's a school night, so thought I'd just let you guys know what's going on. So I thought I'd get you guys know. A lot of you people know that I like posting on Facebook and all that stuff. I usually do every one of my YouTube videos is usually posted on Facebook and the Universal Baseball Lounge. I usually go ahead and post the links there so people can easily get there, find the standings and all that stuff when I do a season. Don't worry, RJL Network's not going anywhere. But my Facebook account, however, was killed. And I'm glad you're here, Brian, because you've been trying to get a hold of me and you've not been able to. So I want to let you know what happened. For some reason or other, Facebook decided to remove some of my posts from the 2016 season I was posting. I was posting posts for the ALCS, the NLCS, and all of this. And they would start removing posts for some unknown reason. Now, when you go ahead, if you start removing posts and you start violating their terms of agreement, which I went ahead and tried to find out, they just send you to a page which says this violates your term of agreement. I says, okay, so what did I violate? You're just sending me a page of what your rules are. You're not telling me what the problem is. So I was put in Facebook jail for 3 days. So one of the reasons why, Brian, I couldn't get connect to you is because I couldn't respond. So, and then it had about 1 hour to go before the Facebook ban was lifted for a little while today. And then they decide to go ahead and remove even more of my posts. And then they disabled my account for 180 days. So this means that I will not be able to post any of my YouTube videos concerning a season to Facebook. So I had to create a new profile. That's another reason why I decided to let you guys know. Yeah, I know, Utah Mike. I know. So Brian Patterson, you'll have to refriend me and look for Rob Lasdon. Okay, ROB and then LASDON. I thought I sent you something, but I guess I sent it to the wrong. I may have sent a request to the wrong account, Brian, because I also know you're a member of the Dan Viersen Games account. So for anyone who was my friend at one point, okay, you'll have to look for Rob Lasdon, ROBLASDON. My picture is there in a blue shirt, okay, my blue work shirt, and that will be the correct ones for you to refriend me. I had to find all my groups. We have to try to find all my groups. Some of the groups I got out. The Universal Baseball Lounge, I can't. I would try to get back in. They haven't gotten back to me yet. Probably thinking I'm a bot. So yeah, they did not tell me. I mean, if you're going to tell me what the rules are, that's fine. But you got to tell me what rule I broke. Possibly, I'm thinking it was copyright rules for like the logos or something like that. And it was brought by their technology. It wasn't somebody going ahead and removing them. It was the technology doing it. So I went ahead and emailed them and said, your technology is doing this, but why? You're going ahead and telling me that you're removing my post. You got to tell me why, so I can go ahead and when the ban is lifted, I'll be more than happy to remove them. I'm not going to break your rules, okay? If I can't. So of course, we all know the saying, ignorance of the rules is no excuse. I'm not saying ignorant, but for 3 years I was posting on there and none of you guys had a problem with it. Now all of a sudden you do, and you don't give me a chance to remove them because for the three days I was banned, I could not get into my account to remove anything. I couldn't post a thing. No replies, no messaging, nothing. So I went ahead and by this morning, I intended to go ahead and get in there, and they removed 3 more and disabled the account. So I logged out and disabled it and killed it, and I made a new one. So now I have a new account out there using my phone number, okay? And I was able to get back to some groups, Inside Pitch Community, I'm back in there with, and some other groups that I'm also members of that I had to get reactivated, which kind of kills a few things, so they lose the badges and all that stuff. But some of you guys I know have been trying to get a hold of me, like Brian, Matt, Steeler fan is not a Steeler fan, and I've not been able to get back in touch with you guys through Facebook, because some of you guys only get with me through Facebook. You don't get through me anywhere else. No Instagram, which I have an Instagram account. Okay, and WhatsApp or anything. And none of you really have my main phone number, which is not something I give out on a whim. So if you guys want, so I know that Mike Bose, of course, Utah Sports Time Machine, was a friend of mine. You got to redo to Rob Lasdon, LASDOROB, no Robert, just Rob. Okay, and I'll probably get the friend request. Same thing with you, Brian. You're going to have to redo me there. Okay. But yeah, they go ahead and ban the account, and I have no idea why. So I went ahead and wrote another email to them saying, you're telling me you banned the account. That's fine, but you got to tell me what the reason is so I know not to make that mistake in the future. This politically correct world is really beginning to piss me off. So really, this State of the Network address was really kind of a let my subs know, or that were friends of mine that now can no longer, that usually connect with me through Facebook. You can't do it unless you get hooked onto the new account. So I created a new one and utilizing my phone number instead of my email address. And so, it's set up, it's good, and you guys can reconnect to me. So please, guys, make sure that you can. Yep, there's Mike. There we go. So make sure you send all your reconnections with me, Dave Gardner, Ron Juckett, Tony Porter, all the guys that dealt with me. I mean, if you weren't a friend, I'm not asking you to become one, but that's fine. But the ones that were friends with me, you have my contact through email. Of course, anyone can email me at all through Gmail because of my YouTube account. So if anybody wants to email me through YouTube, of course, you can do that because it goes straight to Gmail. And so far, YouTube hasn't told me I've violated any copyright. I don't think they will. Everybody posts logos, okay? Everybody uses logos. As long as they have the R, okay, under the R underneath it, you really are supposed to be able to post anything. But I don't know what it was. I have no idea what it was. And I was posting for years up there. So that pretty much says that I will no longer be able to post the YouTube videos. I will still be able to post the lineups. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to state, okay, this is the next game coming up. So I'll probably post it in Inside Pitch Network now. So I'll probably put it in there. State what the game is, but I won't be able to give you, I won't be able to post a link to YouTube anymore. So I'll give you the game, but I will, of course, tell what the next game is, through the lineups. That's not a copyright infringement. So, through the lineups of the game that's upcoming next, like for the 1972 season, so you're wondering if somebody reported it. It's possibly, maybe some idiot reported it. I don't know. Maybe some idiot did. And if he did, okay, fine. I hope whoever did that, if you went ahead and reported me for some reason where all I was doing was just posting some baseball cards and dice, that's fine. I don't wish any ill will on you, sir. Wherever it is, I hope you are satisfied and you got me. Well played. But other than that, you know, maybe it is, but I don't know who. I don't know what. No, YouTube wasn't affected. YouTube is not affected. I've not gotten any strikes from YouTube at all. YouTube, I believe, is because if I believe I'm right, YouTube is handled through Gmail. YouTube is Google. YouTube is handled through Google. So if you ever notice, if you click on your, if you I believe YouTube is handled through Google. All right, and maybe they thought it was posting actual game footage without clicking on it. But yeah, YouTube is Google. That's not, and Google is not part of Facebook. All right, is not connected to Facebook. So, and YouTube has not. And I did get one strike from YouTube a long time ago when I posted some music some music. I think it was some sort of music from, I think it was Neil Diamond's Sweet Caroline, because I was doing a Red Sox game and I decided to go ahead and put Sweet Caroline from Neil Diamond into the YouTube. The YouTube algorithm, even though it was recorded, it was off my cell phone, the YouTube algorithm picked that up and said, you can't do that. I said, okay. So I no longer can post any music or anything like that without the copyright crap. I even put it in there, but it apparently wasn't good enough. So I no longer do that. So YouTube and Google have nothing to do with Facebook. They're not connected. So so I went ahead and reactivated a new account with Facebook. So for those of you like Brian, like I said, you got to send me a friend request, Rob Lasdon, ROB, and then LASDON, and I'll accept. Mike has already done it. For those of you that were friends of mine, for those of you who are not friends, I'm not asking you to become one. That's up to you. Okay, but I'm just saying what's been going on, because I thought I'd let some of the guys know, because some of you guys only connected me through YouTube, and some of you I don't have your email addresses, so I couldn't tell you what was going on. I'm hoping Steeler Fan will see this so he'll know what he needs to do, because me and Matt constantly talk, and of course so does Al Red Sox fan and Dave Gardner. If less than 5 seconds are usually okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I'm never going to post any music or anything like that. But of course, every game that I post has the picture of the stadium in the background, and of course the two teams that are playing, and of course the occasional logo, the occasional championship series logo, that kind of thing, or division or opening day logo. And YouTube has never said anything to me, and I don't think they ever will, because, every time, remember, YouTube wants videos to be seen, as long as it's not a direct copyright infringement, which none of this is a copyright infringement. So I said, okay, well, fine. So my account is all gone from Facebook. I was able to get back into some groups I was a member of. Yeah, Ron. So Ron McGrath. So Facebook went ahead and killed my original account that I've had for a long number of years, because of I don't have no idea why. Like I said, I'm thinking it could be copyright infringement on something, but before I could correct the issue, they just banned it for 180 days. I said, okay, fine, forget it. I'll create a new one, which I did. So that's all it is, Ron. The only reason why I'm just, like I said, for those of you that are going to get here late, just rewind this, just watch this, and you'll see what's going on. Some of you, like I said, are friends of mine in Facebook. And some of you will now find out that my Facebook account, my main one, is gone. So I had to create a new one. So really, that's all I'm doing. Yeah, I know. Really. I mean, Facebook. They will not go ahead and ban you for saying inflammatory remarks, but they will ban you for, I guess, showing a certain logo or something like that. I have no idea. I really have no ideas. And Brian, thank you, sir. I got that. I'll get to that when we're done with the whole thing. So I really just wanted to, just really get close with you guys and let you know what happened. So for anyone that that was a friend of mine, the original account is gone. All that work gone. So all the posts are gone. So all the posts that were in the Universal Baseball Lounge are all gone. I don't know if I'll repost in there. I'll probably now start posting in the Inside Pitch account, because I know Jim Doyle will not have a problem with me posting anything there. Yeah, I mean, Facebook. I mean, ever since everything's gone politically correct now, it's just it's almost impossible. You got to be really careful what you post, I guess. But instead of going ahead and just shutting down my account and banning me and just removing posts, why don't you tell me what the problem is and I'll fix it? But no, but it was said. But it says that that is a weird question. What's my favorite college? The University of Miami down here. I have it's a tie, Thomas, between the University of Miami with the Hurricanes and Navy. Since I'm ex Navy, I'm a big fan of Navy, and of course the Army Navy game is next week, and I always watch that every year. Um, Go Navy, beat Army, but so so that's what so that's really what really what happened. So for those of you, like I said, we're friends of mine in Facebook. You're gonna have to send me new friends requests, and I'll go ahead and get to know I'll get to know it. So, but yeah, YouTube hasn't said anything. I don't see why they would. YouTube and Google have nothing to do are not affiliated with Facebook at all. So they have nothing to do with it. And of course, Facebook is affiliated with Instagram. I'm surprised my Instagram account wasn't shut down. All right, they're affiliated with Instagram, but my Instagram account still exists. All right, so they're not doing anything with that, and I don't and they're not, and I don't think Facebook has anything to do with TikTok or X. I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with X. So, of course, Elon Musk and Zuckerberg don't like each other lately these days. So, but Robert is a closet Buckeye fan as well. Yeah. No, I remember I'm rooting for Michigan. Remember, I'm rooting for Michigan all the way to win this whole thing. Actually, only because I want Jim Harbaugh to, when he gets that trophy, I want Jim Harbaugh to go ahead and tell the NCAA I'm retiring, and you guys, and you guys can go take a walk. I'll keep the language clean here, guys. I'm not going to curse, but so that's what I'm really rooting for, because I know that's what and I hope he does it on national television. I really do. When he receives that trophy and tells the NCAA to go to where. But so I thought I'd let you guys know what was happening. Like I said, it's a little crazy. So now I can't, so now I can't post any of the, like I always did. Everybody was always I'll still be able, as long as I don't post anything apparently copyright material. So that means I can still post my standings. I can still post the postseason results and all that stuff. And I can still post the next game. I just can't put a link to it. So now I could say, okay, next game coming up, and this is the next game. And you guys will just get to that. Of course, we're now, today's November 28th. We're about just a little bit, a couple of days, over a month away from the start of the 1972 inside pitch season, which I'm looking forward to doing. So, so that's all I'm really wanted to say here on a quick state of the network. But that's my rant. It's not it's not as good as ID Jester's rant, because ID Jester, nobody rants better than ID Jester. Nobody does a rant better than ID Jester. When ID Jester does a rant, the company he's ranting about is blown into smithereens. There's not much left. Okay? There's not much left. I'm surprised Stratomatic hasn't closed its doors. As so many times he's destroyed Stratomatic. He destroyed Stone Cold Hockey. There was so much devastation there. I had to call a hazmat team to clean up what was left. So, when he destroyed Stone Cold Hockey. And now I'm hearing he's playing it, so I guess he's got the rule book, but he blew it up. And, of course, he destroyed Keith Avalon and Avalon and Play.com, for the History Maker games, which I don't know why. I love Keith. He's terrific. I have nothing but great things to say about Play.com, and I do have some stuff here from them. So I do purchase, from Keith. He's awesome. So he's got great customer service too. So I don't have one single bad word to say about him. I think History Maker is great. Malbert's 20. Good to see you. Well, that is the rant. So now you guys know. So as I said, for those of you that were friends, refriend me up the new name, Rob Lasden at Facebook, and I'll go ahead and accept your friend request, and I'll start that all over again, I guess. Okay, so that's the rant. So now let's talk about some other stuff real quick. So tell me, what did everybody get in Good Friday? Black Friday. What did everybody get on Black Friday? I know a lot of people went ahead and bought some. I know Brian had showed me some war games, which I was very impressed with what you got there, Brian. I hope you'll enjoy them. I wonder if anybody got some good sales. I mean, Inside Pitch had a great sale. I actually did purchase something from Inside Sports Games. I did not have all the seasons for the PC game of Inside Pitch. I had all the way up to 1979. All this from 1956 to 1979, but I did not have any more seasons after that. So I purchased all the 1980s seasons, and then I received all the it was buy one get one free pretty much. So I got all the 1980s seasons, and then I got all the 1990s seasons for free. So I'll probably finish off. So right now I'm actually playing. As you guys know, I'm doing a Stratomatic Mets replay of 1986. So I decided to go ahead and go ahead and what is it? Do the 1986 season. And there's Steeler fan calling my mom again. Jeez. Matt, you got to stop calling my mom. She's not interested. She's too young for you. Anyway, so I went ahead and got them. So now I'm also doing the 1986 season of Inside Pitch, but on the PC. All right. So I'm not rolling out the cards. I haven't brought out the cards. I just did just doing the 1986 season on the PC for Inside Pitch. And believe it or not, the Mets are 4-1 in Stratomatic. They are 2-3 in Inside Pitch. And the funny thing is, they were actually 2-3 after 5 games in 1986. So actually, Inside Pitch seems to be right now pretty much up there in terms of realism. But then again, but like I said, and I've actually was checking some of the ratings in the 1986 cards compared to the Stratomatic ratings, and there are a few differences. Yes, I got it there, baseball, Dave. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, I got it. And yes, I want you to. And yes, you will need to finish your playoffs. You need. Here's your homework, Dave. You must finish your playoffs. You have in my opinion, you have 1 month. You've got to finish your postseason before I start my 1972 Inside Pitch season. You got a month. Come on, you can do it. You're already up to what? You're almost done. You got what? All you got to do left is the 1975 World Series in Inside Pitch. And what are you in there? Still in the Championship Series version in 1993. So you got to get that done in a month. I really want you to finish your postseason a month before I start 1972. And then I want you to do a selection show for your next Saturday game of the week. Do a selection show for the next year unless of course you already chosen what you want to do, because I know you said you ordered 1993 from Inside Pitch, 1967, and there was another year you ordered. What was it? What did you order? Also, you ordered I know you got 1993. I know you got 1993. I know you got you said you ordered 1967 and 1979. That's right. Okay. There you go. That's right. And I know you also got some payoff pitch. I think you got too. I think you got some payoff pitch as well. So either that or some history maker. I'm not sure. But you got 3 good seasons there, of course. And every one of you guys know I have every season of Inside Pitch printed. I have 1993 and 1996 that arrived last week. I've already got everything all set. I just got to put them in storage for now because, of course, and I have the 1972 cards already here, already set to go. And for the start the 1972 season. Stratomatic is fun. I'll tell you, I got to admit, I'm having fun with Stratomatic. I am having fun with Strat, but I can't wait to get back to Inside Pitch. It's just something about Strat. I don't know if it's maybe because I don't know what it is about Strat. Strat, I can see why ID Jester goes ahead and rants on Strat. But then again, Stratomatic there is a fun factor to it, and maybe it's because of the chart lookup. I mean, the thing about Stratomatic is, it's would it be cheating to complete the 1993 playoffs and inside pitch or playing the whole season replay? I went ahead and mentioned that to you, didn't I? If you're going to receive 1993, okay, an inside pitch, just finish it an inside pitch. Why not? Who cares? I don't think anybody will care. I mean, I don't think it'd be cheating. Hey, remember 1985? Remember when I did the 1985 season, I started it in payoff pitch. What game did I finish 1985 in? Inside pitch. So if you want to go ahead and want to do replay 1993 and then the postseason and inside pitch, I mean, that's fine by me. I don't think that anybody will have a problem with it. And you like inside pitch better than replay anyway. Not that you have any major issues with replay. The one thing, and I'm still waiting for 1986 in replay to become available, because I still may order it. Yeah, inside pitch streams much easier than replay. And inside pitch streams easier, in my opinion, than Stratomatic. Stratomatic, those charts. I mean, why Stratomatic does that chart and paper, I don't know. I mean, multi-million-dollar corporation, you can't give us cardboard charts or laminated charts? Laminate those charts. Come on. Multi-million-dollar corporation, you don't even have all the seasons, and you don't even have all the players, and you can't laminate charts. I was almost thinking of purchasing a home laminator, and doing it myself, or bringing it to my local FedEx and just having them do it. Come on, Strat. Multi-million-dollar corporation, one of the oldest and really one of the best, okay, game engines out there, and it is one of the best game engines out there. Okay, their ratings are usually spot on, but come on, paper, really? I mean, come on, really? Disappointing on that. As far as the Strat replay goes, I'll still Strat's biggest strike is not carding all the players, and you can get all the players, if you have the PC version, because then you can go ahead and print out, you can maybe screenshot the cards and do it, or B, you got to get their card viewer and on their card viewer, and then print that somehow. That's what Nicholas Valvaris and My Basement Media Productions did. Oh, that's okay, Doug. No problem. I was just letting people know that my old Facebook account was bombed by Facebook. So I just had to let people know I have a new Facebook account so people can refriend me. Rules clarification. -1 on grounded to pitcher for double play check, but do you still add 1 for infield halfway? No, you do not. If a ground ball is hit to the pitcher, it's a -1. You do not get the pivot. You do not get the infield halfway because it was not hit to a player that was halfway. It's hit to the pitcher. So it's an automatic -1 to the pitcher, and of course, whatever the pitcher's ground ball rating is. So if the pitcher has a +1 ground ball rating, but it's -1, but it's -1 to the pitcher, so the ground ball rating would be a 0. All you got to do is you still have to check to see left-hander or right-handed batter to see who the pivot guy is, and you still add his pivot rating. But no, you do not add the double play. You do not add the halfway. The halfway +1, the double play, pretty much, if it's hit the pitcher or catcher, you don't use it. Everywhere else, yes. But if it's now, and to first base, you don't use it either if it's hit to first. You don't use it if it's hit to first as well, because the first baseman is holding the runner on. So you also don't use it to first. No, you do use the pivot rating, Dave. You do use the pivot rating. The pivot rating still counts, okay, when it's hit to the when it's depending on who the batter is, okay. The pivot rating has still done that. But the infield halfway only works really for third, second, and short, not when it's hit to first, because the first baseman's considered holding the runner on, so he's actually at the base. So it's not a subtraction. It's just a plain zero. So you don't add or subtract anything. Always check. Remember there, Dave. Always check your baseball chart. Always check your your inside pitch chart. All those charts that Stratomatic has in order to play. Let's see, how many charts do I need for inside pitch? Oh yeah, that, and that's it. Need 4 stinking charts in order to play Stratomatic. So yeah, actually more than that, because you also got to include the charts that are in the rule book. But yeah, so no, you don't have to. So yeah, if it's hit the pitcher or catcher or first base, okay, the double play depth doesn't include it. It's -1 it's -1 hit to the pitcher. It's -2 if it's hit to the catcher. Remember, if it's a grounder at the plate, okay, you subtract 2 for double play. Usually, I kind of made a rule that if it's grounded at the plate, I kind of have a rule that if it's grounded at the plate, the catcher's throwing the ball to first. He's not going to try to throw to second to try a double play. All right. So really, it's a kind of works like he throws the ball to first. All right. And, it's a ground at first. If the man is on second, he usually is going to go to third. I think he has a rule for that though. But that's how it works there. You was driving, listening to one of my strat games. What were you talking about with lineouts to first or third? Lineouts to first or third? I don't know if I said anything. I don't know if I said anything on that. I don't remember what it was about. What we're talking about lineouts to first or third? Strat games where you're talking about lineouts to first or third. Maybe you're thinking about about payoff pitch. Payoff pitch on every batter card. There's no way a batter lines out to first or third. He always lines out to short or second. Another one of the things that another probably one of the things. Some engines don't card those results. That's correct. They don't. Payoff pitch doesn't card that. You can still have a line out to first or third, okay, in payoff pitch, but I think it's only on a rare play or something or on a chart. It's always there's only L4 and L6 on Joe Bryant's batter cards. He doesn't have any lineouts to first or third. I have no idea why he didn't do it that way. And kind of like when I was playing payoff pitch, I kind of rolled the die to see where it went, because I wasn't satisfied just lineouts to first, lineouts to second and short. That's all. So let's see here. Dwayne Martz, good to see you. Robert, good to see you, Dan Douglas. Robert, I'm curious to see how often the inside pitches are game of choice. You think the stats might not be the most accurate? It has been shown to be the case, perhaps observation. Well, everyone has issues. Everyone has issues, with some. Is there such a thing as a perfect baseball engine out there? I think we all know the answer to that. The answer is no. There is no perfect baseball engine. Every engine tries to say they're the most accurate, they're the most realistic of baseball, okay? And that's it. Okay, everyone says they're the most accurate. You'll get the most accurate results. Okay. What is it? Tony Porter swears by Fall Classic Baseball. He also swears by let's see, I think he swears by Triple Play. He swears by APA. Some will always say Strat is the best, most realistic. Some say History Maker Baseball actually comes through with some pretty big results. I think David Baseball Demos, I think you did I'm not sure. I think you did a History Maker Baseball Atlanta season or something, and you said the stats came pretty close for History Maker. And History Maker Baseball is not really a stat engine. So, I could say this though. Right now, I mean, but damn, you're saying about the most accurate. Well, here's the funny thing. As you know, I'm doing a Stratomatic replay real quick of the first few games of the Mets 1986 season. And after 4 games on Strat, my Mets are 4-1. I also have the 1986 season an inside pitch, okay? And I have that for the computer, okay? So I was playing so now I've caught up with the inside pitch game, okay, on the computer with the 1986 season on inside pitch. And my Mets and inside pitch are 2-3. And guess what? After 5 games in the 1986 season, the Mets, were 2-3. They were not 4-1. So right now, Inside Pitch is right on the money, and Stratomatic is 2 games over. But that's okay. I mean, it's very small, very, very small sample size. Very, very small sample size. Okay. I'm not going to say Stratomatic. And I did start writing some of Stratomatic's, some averages and things like that. So now I can actually say averages and who's been doing this, who's been doing that. Kind of like the same way I do my postseason. Would there be such a thing as ninth inning magic if there was no inside pitch? I think I had ninth inning magic doing payoff pitch, wasn't there? Didn't I have some ninth inning magic in payoff pitch? I'm not 100% sure. I think I did. And Dwayne Martz, Jimmy Jam. I forgot to say hello to you guys. Dwayne, you are a friend of mine. My old Facebook account is gone. You'll have to refriend me under Rob Lasdon, ROBLASDON. So you'll have to refriend me, okay, under that. Okay. So because of some strange copyright infringement, Facebook decided to kill my old account. So all my posts, all of them are gone. So you'll have to send. So I won't be. I can still post everything like I normally do on YouTube, logos and all that stuff. But I guess on Facebook, I won't be able to do that anymore. So yeah, you can do that there. Anyone who was a friend of mine, just refriend. I know Dave at Baseball Demos just did, and so anyone who's a friend of mine, please refriend me, okay? That's how we'll say it. So let's see here. 1987 Braves. So it's the 1987 Braves history maker and 2019 Washington Nationals replay. Both engines are accurate. See, I mean, there's always going to be some outliers. Yeah, of course, Brian B hates FastScore because his Reds never seem to do well in FastScore Baseball. Thank you, Dwayne. I'll get to everybody's friend request. Just keep on adding them. I'll get to them when I'm done here. I don't want to be too long. But inside pitch, the one reason I like inside pitch so much, it's the most fun. It's rigged. I mean, it's the most fun. It's the most fun inside pitch. I mean, rolling a dice twice or 3 times, that's fine by me. I don't care. Some people say, oh, you should only roll the dice once and that's it. Okay. But there are some times you roll the dice twice. Okay. Even in APA, if you play APA Master Game, you got to roll the dice twice because sometimes you got to see if the runner takes an extra base. The APA Master Game, I think, is the only way to play APA. I mean, APA Basic is just too basic for me. Let me say this. APA Basic is the only baseball game you can play without using a pitcher card. Am I right? I mean, the pitcher card will have the modifiers and all that, the Z modifier, the W modifier, the X modifier, whatever. But if you don't use a pitcher card and all you have are batter cards, can you still play APA? Yes, you can. You could just say, oh, here's Sandy Koufax on the mound and not even use a pitcher card. Don't even need it. You do not have to have a pitcher card to play APA. And that just tells me that you're too abstracted for my tastes. Oh, it's a 66. It's a home run. It's an 11. It's a home run. No matter who's on the mound, it's a home run. In basic APA, you don't need a pitcher card. Why do I have a problem with that? Why do I have a problem with that? Oh, well. Okay. Inside pitch, you got to have a pitcher card. Okay. Stratomatic, you got to have a pitcher card. Although sometimes you may not need the pitcher card if you're rolling 4s and 5. If you're rolling 1, 2s, and 3s all the time, you won't need a pitcher card for that either. Okay, but you still have to have a pitcher card because you're not rolling, that all the time. Okay, so you still need a pitcher card, for Strat. Fall Classic, you need a pitcher card. History Maker Baseball, you need a pitcher card. Okay, the new season ticket baseball, which a lot of people now are getting into, and that's great. I think it's a good engine. Okay, You need a pitcher card. Why do you have a problem with no pitcher card? Maybe baseball is too random and a pitcher does affect the game. Wow, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe baseball is too random and a pitcher does affect. I don't know. I don't know. Is there a big difference between? I don't know. Is there a big difference between Sandy Koufax and let's see, Sandy Koufax and let's see, and Steven Matz or something like that? You know, a season ticket still planning to release more print seasons? You'll have to ask Clay Dreslock that question. I have no idea. I don't have a single season ticket season. I have not purchased anything from him. Not because I don't want to, but because I don't feel like printing all those PDFs out. And he will send you print seasons, I think, but I think they're expensive. Almost as expensive as Appa. I said, nah. I'll go ahead and I'll leave a season ticket to ID Jester right now, because he says he's going to do a season ticket tournament, which I saw last night. So I'll leave that to him. And when it comes to baseball for Uncle Dave, I'll let him do payoff pitch and an APA, and I'll let him do that. I'll let even though I am doing a strat, I don't know if I'm going to do the entire Mets 1986 season in strat, and the only way to do that, it has to be done in off season. So maybe I'll do like 10, 15 games in strat, and then I go to inside pitch, and that's it. So whatever, and I know Al Red Sox fan does strat a lot, so I'll just leave that in his. I'll leave strat in his capable hands. It couldn't be any better hands than Al. He's the best, and or Pine Tar Baseball, which I haven't seen him play much of, which I would like to see him play again, because the Pine Tar system is great. But then, of course, he's also doing his football, and Al Red Sox fan does everything. That's why he's the best. That's why he's the king of the hill. Of course, I'll leave hockey, of course. And I was trying to do some hockey. I kind of thought I was stepping on maybe Uncle Dave's feet. So I said, you know what, Uncle? I said to myself, Uncle Dave Gardner, hockey is all yours. I'm going to leave, because he is the Lord of the Rink. So I'm going to let him be the Lord of the Rink, because he is. He knows more about hockey than I. And although I've been watching hockey a lot of my life, but he knows more about hockey in his hand than I know my whole body. I got to give credit where it's due to the great people. And of course, Dave at Baseball Demos. Well, Dave, he was the guy that got me into inside pitch. It was Al Red Sox fan that made me start to want to do this. And it was ID Jester who first said payoff pitch was the first thing. So I went that way. But then I saw Baseball Demos play inside pitch. And then I saw ID Jester give inside pitch a little bit of a higher nod. That I tried inside pitch. I said, I want to play this game. And, that's why I'll always stick with, I just can't really play any of their baseball games. I mean, yeah, I'm doing strat, but Stratomatic will never replace inside pitch. You'll always get 2 inside pitch seasons from me, replays every year, one starting in January and one starting in July, with, of course, FastScore backing it up for with, of course, FastScore, for the background, JT 2.0, you'll likely get some hockey, plenty of space committee for you to do hockey. You're the best at baseball, but I still watch others do it. Well, thank you very much, JT. I have some space on this counter for hockey, but not really enough. I was thinking of picking up a copy of Hockey Blast, but I held off. On it. I don't know. I think what I'm doing, if I want to do Hockey Blast, I really want to choose a favorite season. And right now, he doesn't have that. They don't have that many in seasons. I would like to have the 95-96 season when the Florida Panthers went to play for the Cup. Now, of course, I know they did that last year, but that Panthers team was fun to watch, yes. But I have more fun watching John Van Beesbrook, Bill Lindsay, Scott Mellenby, Ed Jovanovski. I still love watching those Florida Panthers when they played the Avalanche for the Cup. Got the Hockey Express to try. Oh, yeah, I heard that was good, too. I heard that was good. So I'm waiting to see if they maybe do 95, 96. I was maybe thinking of the what is it, the shootout hockey, the quick one. But he doesn't have 95, 96. Although I was told if I ask him to do that season, he may do it. This guy who creates the games. I should get in contact with the guy. The hockey blast seems to be not the hockey blast, the shootout hockey looks like it'd be a lot of fun to play. Good to see you, John. So again, like I said, I want to let you know, for those of you who had a Facebook account or are friends of me on Facebook, ROB is now Rob Lasden, because I had that because Facebook shut down the old account for, I guess, copyright infringement, but they never really told me what the problem was. Typical multi-trillion-dollar corp, they never tell you anything. But but that's enough of that. So seems like a dead site. Really? I don't know. I heard everyone's been getting it. I mean, what was it? ID Jester Kirk. He just went ahead and got. I think got some season ticket stuff. He got a whole bunch of seasons and a whole bunch of seasons. I think season ticket hockey, season ticket baseball looks terrific. I think the system looks pretty good. Me personally, I think the cards are too busy. That's the only thing. I think there's just too much on the cards. And they say, well, there is such a thing as having. They say there's no such thing as having too much information. It can be. It can be. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here. So, what's going on here? Well, like I said, there, D. Scott. I did kind of a bit of a Facebook rant because they killed my account for some copyright infringement when I was posting stuff. So, what about Axis Empires? I do want to do some wargaming, and Axis Empires I'm still reading the rules. I probably will not do any Axis Empires until my next off season, which will probably be sometime in May or June. One of the reasons why it's difficult to get that on the small little desk. I was, however, able to do something. For those of you who have a chance, who want to go ahead and maybe go and good thing Facebook doesn't cancel counts the bad puns. Dave, if they went ahead, if they went after you for puns, you would not only have your account canceled, you would probably have the police at your door with those puns of yours. For those of you about wargaming, I wanted to go ahead and maybe do some Axis Empires, which I do want to do. But the map, of course, is too big. So what I was able to do is, if you go to Vassal, the Vassal engine does have Axis Empires, not the new artwork, though. But I was able to go ahead and print out. I want to do the Poland scenario, which is kind of quick. So I was able to print out a small piece of map. And all this map would be able to hold the account. So for those of you who want to go ahead and maybe do some wargaming, but can't fit a whole map on your table, if you use Vassal and you do maybe snippet, you can maybe shrink it down to size to just what you need and just put your counters to the side and try to do it that way. So I do want to do some Axis Empires there, SGG. I'm still learning the rules, but I can guarantee I will not be doing anything in this off season. Probably I will try to do some in May or June of next year because I'm still reading rules. And then, of course, there's Pacific War, which I wanted to do some of that too, but I'm waiting now for for those of you who have Pacific War from GMT, they are releasing new counters because there were a whole bunch of counters that were errata. They had an errata full of counters. They just released them. They're sending errata counters to everyone for Pacific War and for a whole bunch of other games too. So you have a chance if you have a copy of Pacific War, but you have counters that were received an errata, and there were a lot of them. Okay, do the first printing. They are releasing corrected counters. So if you have a copy of Pacific War from Mark Herman, get to GMT and get those counters. They are just finished at the printer. My set, I think, is going to be on the way very shortly. Have I tried play ball baseball or field day baseball? No, I have not. Rodolfo Baeza, good to see you, sir. Did they bring the Pacific War to you on the forklift? Axis Empires was put on the forklift, but Pacific War, yeah, they both needed a forklift to be delivered into the house. That's how heavy those boxes are. And Axis Empires, I'll tell you, reading through the cards, reading through the rules, That may just turn out to be maybe that might become my favorite grand strategy World War II game. It may just become my favorite of all because the rules are actually not as hard as you think, and there's so much you can do with it. So, and I like the card system, so because it always has a little bit of randomness to it, which is good. Kind of like almost maybe a little less sandboxy than other games, but Axis Empires, the Ultimate Edition, is might just become my favorite grand strategy World War II. And I do have a copy of A World at War, but the World at War rule book is like that thick, and it's just way too in depth for me on that. And Pacific War, of course, is my favorite operational war game of all time. And I think Pacific War is the best pack war theater game of all time. I think it's the best Pacific War theater game you can play. And people say the strategic scenario is not playable. Wrong. I did it twice. Not in the new version, but the old version. I have not been able to get the new version to table. Okay, because I don't have the room for it. But maybe one of these days, I might be able to finally do some of that. Yeah, these war games can be played solo. Of course they can. I mean, war games are, you can. I mean, there's no AI. Empire of the Sun, also done by Mark Herman, which is a grand strategy version of Pacific War, pretty much. Okay, is solo playable because he does give you an AI. There is no AI in Pacific War, but you can just go there. But there are ways you can play it solo. So yes, you can play these war games solo. You can. All right, because remember, you're still rolling dice. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this strategy, and I'll do this strategy, and I'll do that strategy. Roll the dice, and well, this guy's strategy didn't work, but this guy's did. Is there a good Civil War board game? Yes, there is. The GMT has the American Civil War, which is very good. Battle Cry, if you can find it, which is based on the old which is based on Richard Borg. Oh, yes. And I also have Commands and Colors. I have the entire Commands and Colors Napoleonic series. I have that. Commands and Colors, Napoleonics from GMT. I did purchase all of that. I do like the Napoleonic Wars. So I did purchase all of the Commands and Colors. I'm still putting stickers on the pieces. I wanted to do that too, but there's not enough room. But yes, Civil War by Victory Games and U.S. Civil War by GMT. Yes, Jeff Davis, Mouse in Your House. Yes, you are correct. That's another good one. So I have all the I have the Napoleonics. Yes, GJ, I was able to play. Well, let's put it this way: I played the entire Pacific War, Civil War strategic scenario. I didn't get all the way to 1945 because it wasn't necessary. The game was over by early 1944. All right. Usually what I do is, if you're going to play the strategic scenario for Pacific War, you need to play it until the Allies get the initiative. Once the Allies get the initiative, ball game. It's done. All right. They're done. So the rule is to see how far you can get with Japan with strategic initiative. Plus, the new Pacific War game, though, has new scenarios in it. So you don't have to start at December 1941. You can start in like April 1942 and May or June of 42. And I like starting in April 42. I don't need to play through Japan's conquest. We already know what they're going to do. The fun part is starting in 1942 and seeing if you can beat them from then. That's the best time to play a Pacific War strategy game. Submarine war game. The Hunters. Silent Victory. The Hunted. What is it? Silent War by Compass Games, I heard, is excellent. I do have a copy of Silent Victory. I do have a copy of that, which is the United States which is the Hunters, but in the Pacific. I do have a copy of that. That's in my storage. Okay. So I do have a copy of that. All right. And, so I do have a copy of that. That's a great submarine game. You like that. And that's solo. and it's very challenging. It's very challenging there, Ron McGrath. Very challenging. You can give it. It can be. You can make it easy and you can make it tough. Okay. You will probably lose a couple of subs, especially if you start early, which you should. You should. I have people that start in 1944. Well, that's fine, but you really should start in 1941 when you have dud torpedoes. Boy, they can ruin your day. You know. And U-Boat Leader, of course, by DVG, or Gato Leader, which I have both of those games. So, you know, and if you like the tank games, remember I was doing Tiger Leader, Sherman Leader, I still have them. Air games, the Corsair Leader, I have that, you know, and Zero Leader. I did not pick up a copy of Stuka Leader yet. I haven't decided I got that. I haven't played the other things. I got all these war games I decided to collect and have not played. So I got to stop it. If you like sea games, if you like naval action, probably no better system out there than Second World War at Sea by Avalanche Press. Okay. I have every one of the Second World War at Sea Avalanche Press, including the big Leyte Gulf monster, which was not easy to find, but I got that. And in great condition, unpunched. So, you know, so that if you like naval war, which I love the naval action. Okay, that's, you know, do that. You know, if you like naval war. So absolutely. So that's how it is for war games. I mean, of course, I'm doing Marvel Champions. I have Lord of the Rings. I got Arkham Horror. I even picked up a copy of Let's Play Tennis from Play. I actually have a copy of Let's Play Tennis. And second season. I'm leaving to right now. I'm leaving it to after further review with Steve Tower. I'm letting the Tower of Power go ahead and take care of that. I'm letting the Tower of Power play second season. That's I'm gonna let that be his baby. Okay. Because right now he's doing that, and I let him. I want him to keep all the thunder only because he's so good at the game. Yeah, B-17 Flying Fortress Leader, I have that. Unconditional Surrender, yes, is a great game. That is a great game. I hear. I do not have a copy of it. I would love for Mark Herman to go ahead. I would love to. I really would wish that Mark Herman would do a Pacific War variant for Europe, but really Pacific War is designed for operations for naval units and such. I don't think he could create one for Europe. I would love it if he did. Okay, create a European version of Pacific War, and then you could combine the two. That would probably be the best operational version of World War II because Mark Herman is a genius, and he actually is. And by the way, the guy that created Axis Empires, Thomas Prowell, who's the designer of that guy is also a genius too. All of these guys are genius creating these great war games. I can't sit down there and do it. Let's see. Rule number 1. Put out the board. Rule number 2, play game. I can't do it. I can't do it. So, but Axis Empires right now is turning out to be looks like it's going to become my favorite grand strategy World War II. I do have a World at War. I also have Advanced European Theater and Advanced Pacific Theater of Operations. I went through the rule book a little bit, and I thought it was a little bit meh. I was a little disappointed in the system that they're using. I preferred the original European Theater and Pacific Theater of Operations, not the advanced. And I actually have copies of those as well. You know, check out France 1944 Discerned by. Yes, I know that's a great one. USS Johnston leading the suicide charge against the Yamato. Well, the Yamato or the Musashi? Because the Yamato was in the Battle of Leyte Gulf. Yes, it was, but didn't see that much action. It was the Musashi that was sunk at that battle. The Yamato was sunk in April 1945. But that whole group, yeah, but you're right. Yeah, get the Yamato whole group. Yes, the USS Johnston. Absolutely there, Tracy. All right, by the way, Tracy, do you know about do you watch the World War II channel every week from the Time Ghost Army? Since you sound like a World War II guy. I don't know if everyone wants to know about, if everybody wants to see a great history of World War II, check out the Time Ghost Army on YouTube. Check that out with Indy Nidell. He does World War II in real time, and it is the best there. It's the best I've ever seen. It's the best I've ever seen. You haven't watched that yet. You need to, Tracy. You need to. It's not just. You need to watch it. You need to go, and you need to watch it, Tracy. You got to look for the Time Ghost Army. Just do that on YouTube and check it out. And actually, I'll be honest. Before you even start watching the World War II, you probably need to watch the Between Two Wars series that he did too. That takes place between World War I and World War II before you do the World War II stuff. But it's not just documentaries on World War II. It's about the war against humanity. It's about weapons. It's about campaigns. It's about people. It's about... Just check it out, Tracy Meehan. Please just check it out. Type in Time Ghost Army and you'll see what I'm talking about. Trust me, there's a lot to see. And I'm talking about thousands of hours. Week by week coverage, each episode about 15 minutes each. Exactly. Although now it's 25 minutes each because we're in late 1944 and there's a lot to talk about. Okay. And sometimes he can't get everything in it because he doesn't want to go too long. Some of the earlier episodes are only about 10 to 15 minutes each, you know. And so, yes, Brian Patterson. So, yes. So I watch that show. I watch the new campaign religiously every Saturday morning with a cup of coffee, you know. But I know a lot about what happens in Europe, but different historian point of views are good to see. Exactly. In between wars. Absolutely there, Tracy. Check it, please. Just check it out. Check it out. You'll thank me for it. You'll thank me for it. And I'm a member of the Time Ghost Army. I'm a captain in the Time Ghost Army because I once started at an enlisted rate, but I was loving it so much I upped my contribution. You know, so I always look forward to watching them every Saturday morning. I get a cup of coffee. I sit in front of my computer and watch the weekly episode on YouTube. Trust me, it's something I look forward to every Saturday. Or if I can't watch it Saturday morning, I'll catch it Sunday morning. The Great War series. Yes, I know I have not watched the Great War series. Reason, my interest in World War I is limited. I'm not really interested in World War I. The Time Ghost history. Yes, Time Ghost history, Tracy Meehan. Time Ghost history, exactly. Okay. I'm not really interested in World War I. I really am not. World War I to me was more of a war between political countries with just a different kind of ideas. But I know World War I is considered a prologue to World War II in a way, although I kind of think the Spanish Civil War is more of that. But I never could get into World War I. I don't have much interest in World War I. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Check it out. Check it out and really start at the beginning. Start at the beginning and go ahead and comment. They take all their comments and everything like that. Start at the beginning. You know, I would still watch Between Two, or watch The Great War. If World War I is an interest of you, watch that too. I have not seen it, only because World War I really doesn't interest me that much. World War II, yes. The Napoleonic Wars, yes. The American Civil War, yes. Vietnam, no. And Korea, not really. Well, you're very interested there, Mr. Well, you're very welcome there, Mr. Russell. History is important, guys. That's why we play war games. We play war games for military history. If I could do my life maybe all over again, instead of becoming a auto parts salesperson, I would probably go back to college, and I would get a bachelor's degree or master's degree in military history, a doctorate in education, and then I would teach it myself. And I'd have a blast. I would love to be a teacher at a military academy and teaching everybody about World War II, starting from the invasion of China, even though Poland is considered the official start, but the Japanese invasion of China all the way to the surrender on the Missouri. So, yeah, history is my favorite subject as well. Can never get enough either. And now that the Napoleon movie is out, which I heard got pretty good ratings, Ridley Scott's Napoleon, but they say there's so much inaccuracy in it. But I may watch it anyway because I happen to like Joaquin Phoenix. So I would like to I would like to watch. I'm going to watch Napoleon. And by the way, has anyone seen Oppenheimer? Has anyone seen Oppenheimer? Absolutely terrific film. Terrific film. Did anybody see Oppenheimer? Terrific film. So well done. So well done. That movie's probably gonna get the Academy Award for Best Picture next year. That's gonna probably get that's probably gonna be an Academy Award. I wouldn't be surprised if Oppenheimer doesn't get a Academy Award. Yes, I am. Ridley Scott does have a director's cut for Napoleon. I probably am going to wait for that too. And there is a director's cut for Oppenheimer, which I'm also waiting for as well. But yes, no, but Oppenheimer, which I watched, terrific film, absolutely so well done. That was so well done. Great film, great movie. I don't think he could have done a better job. Oppenheimer was so well done. All right. So what is it? 1 hour here? Okay. 8:36. A lot of historians on YouTube are narrated the Napoleonic movie. Yeah, they are. A lot of them are. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, the Battle of Austerlitz really didn't go that way, and Austerlitz, was really just, a big flanking maneuver and all that. I said, Austerlitz was... I read up on Napoleon. Austerlitz was pretty much Napoleon's masterpiece. There was no way he should have won that battle at Austerlitz. Okay, during the I think there was the war for the Fourth Coalition, I think. And there was no way he should have won Austerlitz, and he just did. Austerlitz is considered Napoleon's masterpiece, his magnum opus. And there are a lot of great battles he did too. And a lot of people say, well, Napoleon is Hitler. No, he was not. No, he was not. Trying to compare Hitler to Napoleon is so totally wrong. Napoleon has nothing to do with him. He has nothing to do with him. So you're saying the Napoleon movie kept a little short. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm going to avoid the pun. But no, you can't compare Hitler to Napoleon. You just can't. Hitler was what he is. Napoleon was a leader. He was a general. He was an emperor. He took care of his soldiers. He actually treated minorities very well. He was not, and a lot of people say he was anti-Semitic. No, he was not. He created the Bank of France. He created the Napoleonic Code. Yeah, he was a warmonger, and yes, millions died under his wars, but he was not, he was nothing like Hitler. I'm sorry. He was nothing like Hitler. Nothing like him. You can't compare the two. And for those of you who want to read a good book on Napoleon, I recommend David Chandler's The Campaigns of Napoleon. In my opinion, the best book written on him. It's really more about his military campaigns, not about his life. But I loved that book. I read that book, The Campaigns of Napoleon by David Chandler. Terrific book. It's thick. It's big. It takes a while to read, but actually it's very readable. So I'm not a fan of what do you mean not a fan of Napoleonic ice cream? Jamie, I'm disappointed in you, sir. Not a fan of Napoleonic ice cream. What do you mean not a fan of? You're not a fan of strawberry, vanilla, and chocolate? You know what? You get a block dragon just for that. SGJ Jimmy gets a block dragon because he's not a fan of Napoleonic ice cream. Gets a block dragon. Jeez. Hey, Michael Silva, good to see you, my good man. So, like I said, this kind of state of the network was, you say Napoleon was more similar to Julius Caesar. Yeah, I would say so. I would say pretty much, I would say pretty much. But, so this state of the network is pretty much a way for me to rant on Facebook a little bit for killing my account for really, I don't know what reason. They wouldn't tell me. I'm sure they'll get around to it whenever they feel like it. So I created a new one. So, but I won't be posting any more links to YouTube videos. So now if you want to watch a YouTube video on on a season on a game from Inside Pitch. I can't put it in Facebook anymore because they'll ban that too. But I can put standings and all that stuff in there, I think. So, and of course the next game coming up. So I'm going to post that I'm going to post that in the Inside Pitch network, because so far Universal Baseball Lounge, Tony Porter hasn't gotten back to me for some reason. Has not accepted the react. So I don't know what's up. I have to get in contact with them and let them know, hey, look, can you reactivate me? I'm not a bot. So anyway. So I'll give a few more minutes here before I close this off. I didn't want to go too long. It's 8:40. It's a school night. But does anybody have any? Can't post links in the Facebook group? Well, Scooney, you can post links. You just can't, I guess, have any copyright infringement, I guess. Although I was doing it for 3 years and nobody said anything, and now suddenly they did. So I'm just wondering if maybe somebody went ahead and just got pissed. I don't know. They said it was done by their technology, so I have no idea what was up. What did I buy on Black Friday? Well, Michael, I went ahead and I have the Inside Pitch PC game, but I do not have all the seasons for it. So they had a buy one, get one free. So I purchased all the 1980s seasons, and then I got all the 1990s seasons for free. I'll get the rest from 2000 to 2022 soon enough for the PC game, which I'm using right now, coincide with the Stratomatic game with the Mets and with the Stratomatic game I'm doing right now. So, I'm just playing that out to see what's up. And right now, as I said, I'm 4-1, and the Mets are 4-1 in Stratomatic, but they're 2-3 in Inside Pitch. And well, in real life, they were 2-3 after 5 games, not 4-1. So I don't know, kind of strange. I don't know, but like I said, people wonder about accuracy. I still say Inside Pitch is pretty darn accurate for what it is. And I always tell people, well, I don't like that people say, well, I don't like that his rating is a 2 or a 3 or a 4. Then change it. You're not going to hurt the engine. You're not going to hurt the engine. It wasn't the inside. It wasn't the videos itself. It was because I use logos and everything like that, Jamie. I put the logos on the front page of the YouTube, and I think that's what did it. Because I put the logos of each team that I'm playing. So I think that's what did it. YouTube doesn't have a problem with this. I don't think YouTube ever will. Okay, because everybody uses logos, okay, for the thumbnails. So I don't think you'll ever see. I don't think YouTube will ever have a problem striking people out with logos. Because if they do that, about maybe they'll lose millions of videos will be removed. So so Inside, but Facebook seems to have a problem with it, but YouTube doesn't. So I don't think YouTube will have, because YouTube and Facebook are not connected with each other. So I don't think there'll be a problem with that. So I had to bomb my old account. So I have a new one. So for those of you who were friends with me, just go ahead and refriend at Rob Lasden, and I'll accept it, and we can get back to talking again. Because some of you guys, that's the only way I discussed with things was that. But we posted your links. Like I said, give it, but like I said, I don't know, Scooney. Like I said, I didn't have any issues for years either. I was posting links for years, and suddenly now they want to get with it. I don't know. Like maybe like I said, maybe some idiot decided to bitch. I don't know. Maybe some idiot decided to bitch. I don't know. Dan Douglas, thank you for joining me, my good man. It's always a pleasure when you're here. It's always a pleasure when everybody's here. I'm sad that Steeler Fan didn't get into this, but maybe Steeler Fan will, it's because you started playing Strat. Well, they didn't remove the Strat videos, though. I have Strat videos posted there, Midlife Crisis. They only removed the Inside Pitch ones. They didn't take off the Strat videos that I posted. It was the Inside Pitch ones from the championship series mostly, and the World Series. So I don't know. Maybe like I said, maybe somebody didn't like it, whatever. So Steeler Fan, I'll have to wait till he maybe watches this or something, or maybe he'll call me and I'll see what's up. I don't know. I'll have to so if anybody gets with Steeler Fan, let him know that they have to refriend me, unless he's somewhere else. It was Hal. Stop telling him. Maybe. Steeler fan is waiting to see what the 1993 Bill Swift card looks like. I actually did send him I think, did I send him a picture of that? Did I send him a picture of 19? No, I sent him a picture of the 1996 Bill Swift card, and it was a fringe player. It was a fringe player. So, it was a fringe player. I know Steeler fan would love to see a 1993 Bill Swift replay. I know he would. All right, guys, 1:15. That's all I really wanted to do today. I just want to let you guys know what was going on. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and it's the Cleveland Proto Guardians thing. That's what I thought it would be, but then again, I started moving. They removed the number of the Cleveland games, but they also moved the Dodgers and the Red Sox World Series games I had too. So that's all it really was. I don't know. I sent an email. I don't think I'll hear back, so I started a new account. That's all it is. Philip Reynolds, good to see you, brother. Sorry, I'm actually about to cut off here, but Philip, you're actually one of my friends on Facebook. You'll have to refriend me at Rob Lasden, okay? Because my old account got axed. And you want to find out why? Just go ahead and watch the beginning of it, brother. But it's good to see you there, Philip. So everyone, I just want to thank you very much. It's 8:46. I didn't want to really go that long, but that's okay. Midlife, you go ahead and do that. So everyone, I'm going to cut out here. I just wanted to say a quick hi and let you know what was happening. For those of you that were friends of mine on Facebook, they axed my account for some unknown reason. So I created a new one. So you guys can just go ahead and refriend me there. And at Rob Lasden, you'll find me with a picture of me, this face, with a blue shirt. All right. So, guys, thank you all for joining me for the rant and for a little talk of baseball and whatever. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. And see you guys next time. Probably stream. I guess I'm going to go ahead and stream. I guess I'll stream tomorrow night a little strat. Okay? So, catch you guys later. Love all of you. You're all terrific. Every one of you guys are splendid. I think all of you are awesome human beings. Let's keep on staying that way. Take care, guys.